I don't know what happened. I don't know. We were there. Felix Felix brought us back to where they were. We were able to save Zash, and after the party, we got separated. And Felix came back eventually, thanks to Kai. We came back together. I don't know what happened. There were more of them. Those people like me, like Zash. We went to save them. Felix took us to where they were, and I heard her voice, Netherglim. I went to stop her, and I don't know what happened. She she got away, but I think no. I hope we saved all of them. Those poor people trapped down there didn't deserve this. No one did. Especially not Felix. But I hope Felix will be okay.
Let's begin. Where we last left off, our brave adventurers found themselves split across the city of Mjolhessen. Some of them seeing old friends in a darkened library, some of them taking new friends to a place of refuge, some of them exploring underground laboratories they were maybe not supposed to explore. Until the party reunited and decided to head off on one last grand adventure to find this laboratory, to see what was going on, to maybe get a look at some of the research, to maybe rescue anyone, which you did all of, as well as letting Professor Netherglim escape. However, you were able to fight off several of these mutated experiments of this scientific group while keeping all but one of them alive, and not only that, breaking them from their hypnotized stupor. The scientists escaped with some research, but Felix was able to squirrel away a couple notebooks, a couple journals, a couple folders. And as the laboratory quiets down after the sounds of the kerfuffle, with Ryse and I believe Felix in the staircase right outside, going through their own emotional trauma. And then Kai, Treos, and your merry band of rescuees in the actual laboratory. You're able to finally take a deep breath. The sounds of the laboratory quiet around you. All you hear now is the soft echo of voices of your companions in the stairwell to your right. You all don't hear anything, Felix and Ryse, from the laboratory. No more sounds of fighting, no more combat. What are you all doing?
Ryse is going to take a moment and catch his breath while still embracing Felix and wiping tears from his eyes. He's gonna say to Felix, let's go finish we came here for.
Right. And I'm gonna hand you a handkerchief.
Okay, he'll take it. And
that way nobody knows that you are crying. I won't tell.
Thank you. And he'll dry his eyes and head into the lab, seeing Treos and Kai over by a group of them. He's going to head into where they came from and see if there's anybody still in there.
Yeah, as you step back into the lab, you see the familiar room with the long metal tables that several of the bodies have been strapped down onto. You see one mutated, scarred figure dropped to the ground, seemingly dead, at the feet of Treos and Kai. But there are two others standing there, just sort of panting. Three others standing there, just sort of panting. One of them's caught themselves on one of the tables. The other's stumbling back, wide-eyed. And if you step even further, you can look down the hallway and you see four more in the hallway, each of them quietly just sort of panting and coming out of shaking themselves out of this daze they were in.
I will head to those 4 that aren't in the room, with my weapons put away and my hands up, just kind of checking on them and seeing how they're doing.
Yeah,
So-
you see another tiefling. She's sort of collapsed against, and she has her head back, her eyes closed, and she's just taking deep breaths. You see a human there, also just a stockier, bulkier human who seems to tower over the rest. He's actually standing. You see another human woman, and you see a half orc tucked away into one of the back corners of one of the cells.
Do they all look about the same age? Are they all, I guess, ages that would be at the university, or some older, or some younger?
Insight for me. It's a little hard to tell. They have been here for an indeterminate amount of time. 2 of them have sort of rough beards going from lack of shaving.
I'm really good at this. 13.
Which one was that?
Was this, you said insight?
Yes.
13.
13?
Mm.
Okay. Yeah, you notice that they all look to be between, say, 19 and mid 30s.
Okay.
They're all in their general young adult, new adult age range, but it's a little hard to tell beyond that.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just check on everyone, make sure they're doing okay, make small, light conversation, and try and keep them all here until we all group up to get ready.
Do you try to talk to any of them in particular, or is it just like a don't worry, everything's gonna be okay, you wait here,
Yeah,
we'll
kind of like
regroup?
a don't worry, everything's gonna be okay. We're the ones that helped you out. Don't leave quite yet. We've got a place for you to go. That kind of stuff. General.
You notice a couple of them shy away when you get closer, just out of instinct and fear from someone approaching them, but then you're able to kind of quiet and calm them down. None of them really say much, but you're able to calm them down.
Okay. And I'll make small talk with them while they're hanging out. General talk, nothing important.
Yeah, you're able to get the half-orc's name is Dorn. He's a little more open to conversation, open to just... It seemed he was had barely left one of the cells when he was freed, so he just has kind of had a little more time. He was the first one freed. He's had a little more time to just regroup and mentally think about this. And then you're also able to get the tiefling's name, who was Vera. And she's just more like, what's going on? Who are you? Where are we? Etc.
Okay, yeah. And I'll answer questions if they have any, but that's all I want to do for the moment.
Kai and Treos, you do see as Ryse comes in, takes in the whole situation, and goes straight for those in the hallway. What are you 2 doing at this point in time? You have 3 more of the experiments right next to you.
What time is it now? Because I know we came straight from party, so is it right in the middle of the night?
It is. It's
Or is it
probably
getting
3 in the
closer to
morning right
morning?
now. It's 3 in the morning. For reference, Treos, your meeting took place at 2 in the morning. So between getting back, coming here, the combat, it's probably closer to 3, maybe 3:30.
Okay, the first thing I would do is, after getting out of there, I see Reese come over to talk to everybody. I'm just gonna find a nice place to sit down and just close my eyes and just lean back for a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. You can easily find, there's walls. You can find one of the rolling chairs that one of the scientists would have had at their desk and just sort of sit there. Up to you.
Yeah, I'll just sit in one of the chairs.
Treos, Felix, what you doing?
kind of as Kai is walking off, I kind of give him a little nudge on the shoulder or his back and look over to him, taking in deep breaths after the big tussle that we went through trying to free everyone, and to say, Kai, if any of us, especially Reese, say that it's gonna be an easy job or a quick one in and out, just remind me it will never go as planned, ever.
Yeah, I'm learning. I'm learning that.
Okay, just a little reminder might help prepare myself for later.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, and then I'll just kind of give him a pat on the back, let him do his thing, and I'll walk over to the three or so that we had rescued and kind of see if I can calm them down, tell them to rest a little bit and stay here so we can kind of get everything in order.
Yeah, absolutely. You see, of the three that you've rescued, as the fur and claws and hissing goes down, you notice there's a human who seems to be sort of just, he has some scarring over his throat and he's just kind of like rubbing it, clutching it. At some point, he opens his mouth to speak, but you notice nothing comes out. The other one is a halfling who's collapsed against one of the legs of the tables and is just massaging their temples. And the last one seems to be a dragonborn, which is different. You notice that her monstrous form was less fur and claws and more scales and spikes and all that. But she's standing up and taking things in with deep breaths, and she looks at you. Who are you?
It's okay. We were the ones that rescued you. My name's Treos. Yours?
I'm Saffron.
Saffron. That's a nice name.
Thank you.
Sorry we had to meet in these scenarios, but you're in a safer place right now, and you and the others will be able to help out, okay?
The others. And you see, she hadn't really noticed, and she like looks over at those down the hallway. Is that all there were?
That we know of.
Okay.
Well,
thank you.
Of course.
For your help.
I know this isn't really the best time right now. You need the rest of it, but I just want to ask, what do you remember before coming here?
Well, I was traveling with a merchants group, a family. I was their protection. They didn't need me, cut me loose in Milhessen, and I was just wandering. Answered an ad about some protection work they'd need. But clearly it didn't land me where I wanted it to.
Yeah. Well, we'll get this situated. I'm sure of it. Just catch your breath, rest a little bit, okay?
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just gonna turn back.
Yeah. I'll just kind of walk over closer to Kai, take her seat there, and keep an eye on everyone. Make sure to stay there.
Yeah. You notice she's leaned down next to the halfling and is just kind of put two hands on their shoulders and is just talking to them in a quiet tone. Felix, what are you doing?
I haven't come downstairs yet.
No, you haven't.
I plopped myself down and I began ritual casting Find Familiar.
Yeah, I'd say you have 10 minutes.
Oh no, it takes longer than 10 minutes. The casting time is an hour. So he's just been sitting there, and while he's doing that, he's thinking about a letter that he's working on.
Okay. Sounds good. You all notice Felix has not returned.
I'd probably, after sitting down for a while, I would look around and eventually notice that, I imagine.
It's quiet
So
without him
I
there.
will.
It's noticeable.
I'll first take a look at Treos because I'll just go. Let's go find Felix.
I just kind of, my eyes were slowly blinking in and out for a little bit. I just go, what? Huh?
If he's gonna find something else, I'd much rather know about it now and deal with it tomorrow.
Wasn't he with Ryse just a while? I look over to see Ryse. I don't notice Felix. So I'm just like, okay, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, you head over to the door and you open it, and almost immediately the door just catches on something, and you're able to peek around and you see through this half torn down door that it's nudging against Felix's knee. He's just cross-legged in the middle of the stairwell, propped various candles and other different materials from his satchel along the stairs, and seems to be chanting something.
He's busy.
He's
fine.
I mean, should we wake him up or?
I mean, you can try.
I'm sure he's fine. We can just stay by just in case.
Yeah, we probably do need to get out of here pretty soon, though. Don't want to be tied into this as much as possible.
You have an idea where to go?
I know Ryse has got the other one that we rescued from the party. Got him stay at some local tavern. We got him held up there.
So we have to explain why we got 6+ people all looking pretty disheveled just walking into a tavern. I'm sure they've seen worse, but
we could say found a party that got attacked by wolves on the road. I don't know. I feel like we can come up with a pretty decent lie for why there's a bunch of people who don't look their best.
Does Ryse have the coin to pay for their rooms?
I can chip in where needed.
I hate to tap into your funds after all.
You will recall Felix has given Ryse all of his money, so never mind.
I'll just look up at him a second. Do you have a problem with me?
No, just looking out for you.
I mean, no. It's just that there's been a lot of passive aggressive marks that you've made about my financial being.
I just been concerned. I fear one person say it than another, and it's never a good thing to hear about.
Yeah, I just don't understand why there's enough room for you to comment about it. I don't understand what takes it to that point.
I mean, we are kind of in a small space right now. I think that's the only thing I could have talked about.
Yeah, I know. But it felt like it came out of nowhere. Like it wasn't on the topic.
We were talking about housing, and you have to get housing. You need money, so.
Yeah, but then it became directed at me when we were talking about Ryse's. And I mentioned that I could help, and then you made a comment out of the way of I'd hate to cut into your funds. I offered to do something nice and you singled me out.
You're the first person I saw, okay?
First person you saw what? Just now?
I start walking back.
There's not far to go. You're having this discussion in the main laboratory.
I'll walk over to the other groups of people that we rescued. Just sit down next to them. Don't elaborate. Don't say anything. And close my eyes a little bit.
Are you going to the hallway group or the laboratory group?
Hallway group.
Hallway group?
Mm-hmm.
As you sit down, you notice the human man looks up and just looks at you. What's up with you?
Rough morning. How about you?
Rough mornings.
Ooh.
At which point the half-orc sort of pokes his head out. What is the plan here? Not that I don't love being in this area, in this hellhole, but I don't love being in this hellhole. And is there a plan? Great rescuers of all of us.
Am I still in that room?
Yeah, you are.
Okay. So for the night, or I guess morning now, we've got a place to take you guys to stay as long as you need. We'll cover rooms. We're gonna go communicate. Yes. Is there a question or?
Well, is there food?
There will. Let me guess. We'll cover rooms. We'll cover food. We're gonna go run some errands around and leave relatively soon. You're welcome to go on your way. You can come with us. We're heading in the direction of the gates. So you can tag along with us. We can do our best to escort you guys there. But once we get there, that's kind of as far as we can take you. I wouldn't recommend staying in town for obvious reasons. But if you have a place to go,
Honestly, I think I can probably speak for all of us when I say none of us want to stay in town. But I make a habit of not making any big decisions on an empty stomach. So let's get out of here. Let's get some food. You said you're paying. Sounds to me like it's time to go.
Just because I'm paying doesn't mean you go all out, okay?
He's lying.
Do I look like a freeloader?
And I will begin helping if anyone needs help walking, like throwing arms around shoulders or supporting people as they walk out.
You're walking them all out to the place where you came in, or to the place where Professor Netherglim left?
The place where we came in, for sure.
Okay. Yeah, you can start herding them all over. They're relatively, actually, a couple of them, the 3 in the laboratory are very injured.
Okay.
The 4 in the hallway are relatively uninjured.
Okay.
So they're able to sort of make their way on their own. You try to help the tiefling woman and she just waves you off. She's like, I got it. Thanks. But you can go back out into the laboratory and
I'll head into the lab, help people, and I'll see Kai standing in a doorway. I guess I don't see Felix. I assume Kai's blocking Felix, but all right, Kai, we're heading out. I don't know where Felix is.
He's just on the other side of the door. I'm waiting for him.
Okay, we're gonna head back to
The same tavern as you took the other person.
Yeah. So yeah, if you whenever he's done, you guys can meet us there. I'll sit and wait for you, and we'll cover their rooms and food and everything. And I'll grab a couple people and start heading back the way we came.
Yeah. You notice they're all pretty worse for wear, but the Dragonborn has actually hefted the halfling up under one of her arms, and you can go and help the other human.
And I'll make small talk with them, try and grab names if they're willing to talk. While I assume the 4 of us are walking. So I'll make small talk with them as well.
Yeah, the Dragonborn introduces herself as Saffron, and the halfling just sort of groans, Tobrek. The human, as you will recall, tried to speak and couldn't get anything out, but is trying to gesture, but then at some point they just kind of wave and let it go.
Yeah. But we'll take them out.
Yeah, you can take them. Are you taking them all the way out onto the bank, or just gathering them at the entrance and then?
Gathering them at the entrance, and then we'll move in a group together.
Yeah. As you all stumble out into the open air, you notice so many of them just take big, deep breaths of the fresh air as soon as they step out into the salty smell of the riverbank. The water itself, which was low-ish tide, has started to brush up against your feet, and you squelch across the bank, and you're able to climb up to the main road, which right now is pretty empty. That being said, you do notice on the bridge that this entrance was built into a small cluster of figures in the distance.
Do they look armored, or do they have weapons on them? Do they look like students?
Make a perception check for me, because it is nighttime. They're relatively far away.
But from where they're, I guess in my perception check, I would also like to see me or us if we're moving.
Mm-hmm. Like if they're clocking you all.
Yeah, like if they've noticed us, or if we move up the bank, would they see us, or are they far enough away that it wouldn't look suspicious?
Let's see what you all.
16.
16? They do appear to be city guards.
Okay.
You see the glint of metal from one of the lampposts off of their figures. And you do notice that as you stumble onto the riverbank, two of their heads turn in your direction.
Okay.
And they're sort of peering right back at you as your motley group stumbles up.
I will just I'll just keep going. I won't pay the guards any attention.
Okay.
And I'll
just
keep
to feign nonchalance.
Just like a kind of like a wave, like a half nod wave, and then just kind of keep going.
All right. Roll a performance for me to see if you. I'm gonna say at disadvantage because you do have 7 bloodied, monstrous others with you. And Treos.
Woo! That's a 7.
As you nod and wave, one of the party that you are escorting goes, "Shit, are those the guards?" And their voice rings out against the cobblestones. And the 2 guards that had looked over nudge their other 2, and the other 2 look over. You do notice that there is no other figure there. You don't see Professor Netherglim or anything. And the figures start making their way in your direction. Not hurried, but with purpose. Do you keep going?
I assume I noticed them going. I'm gonna look to Treos because he's with me. Take them back to the I've got it in here. I think something wormling.
The thirsty wormling.
Take them to the thirsty wormling. Just get them some food. I'll pay you back. And I'll handle this. Just
at which point Saffron goes, "Well, we'll pay you back. You don't have to take this on yourselves.
Don't worry about it. Just y'all get to the thirsty wormling. I'll talk to them, and I'll meet you guys in a minute."
Are you sure you don't need any help?
I don't. I've dealt with worse. I got this.
Okay. And she's going to heft the halfling again and keep walking.
And I'll put
keep going with them.
The woman I'm carrying, I will put her arm over.
Yeah,
Before we start walking off, I just look over to Reese and say, don't overdo it. Don't do anything crazy, okay?
Okay.
And one quick thing, okay? Don't use your real name. We're not from around here, okay?
Okay.
Okay, good. And then I'll start hustling along with everyone else and get them to the tavern.
As you turn the corner onto one of the streets, you do cast a quick glance back and notice that the guards have reached Ryse. Ryse, you turn with the big smile on your face, and four city guards are bearing down on you. Their weapons are drawn. Their metal is glistening. They look at you. Underneath helmets, you can't quite see their faces, but one of them steps forward. Hey,
Morning.
what are you doing out this late?
Just heading back to our inn for the night.
Hour?
Well, you saw the group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's your business in the city?
Just traveling through.
Your name?
Nathaniel. And I'm going to reach my hand out.
They're not gonna take it.
When I do that as well, I'm going to look, do I see like of the city guard on their armor?
Do you see the symbol of the city guard? You do.
Okay.
Yes. These are straight city guard.
Okay.
As far as you can tell.
Is there anything else I can help you with, gentlemen? It's, early in the morning, business to attend to.
Yeah, it's early in the morning. What are you doing out this late? Don't make me ask again.
Actually, it's not late, it's early. I'm looking up at the...
You hear one of them sort of snort under their helmet. But the other three just stare down at you.
Oh. I guess I could ask you gentlemen the same thing. It's a free
We
city.
reported a disturbance in the area. That there was a group that tried to accost one of our illustrious professors.
I heard some noise down there, but I didn't see anything.
Down where?
You saw us come up from the river bank.
Yeah, what were you doing down in the riverbank?
Just enjoying
Not really a place travelers tend to visit.
Early morning dip in the water. Calisthenics, you gotta get your body moving early. Simple as that.
What was your last name, Daniel?
That's not even my name, but okay. It's Smith. Very simple, very easy.
Say again? And one of them's pulling out a notepad, and they're going to write it down.
Nathaniel Smith.
Nathaniel Smith.
Yes.
And this abode your friends were returning to?
I will name one of the taverns that Zash told me earlier that is not the one they're staying at. Because I know she listed a couple places to stay at.
She did.
So I will pick one of them that is not on that.
I believe your options were... Let me see if I can find them. You can list one of them. And he nods and writes it down. And your friends, they're traveling with you?
Yes, they are.
Also going for early morning calisthenics in the river?
It's a group activity. You don't go by yourself. Especially when you're traveling. It's better to stay in a group.
Well, as we said, there was a disturbance around. It's not safe to be out alone right now. So why don't, Dev, Sharon, why don't you walk this gentleman back to his tavern?
Of course, of course. And your name? Oh, sorry.
Harris.
If we're doing, what was that?
Harris.
Harris. Well, Harris, and I will reach my hand out again.
And he will not take it.
Say hello to Captain Vike for me. I believe he comes in early or later in the so. And I will nod and turn around with Dev and Sharon and head back to wherever I told them I was going.
Okay. Do you know how to get to one of the random inns?
Do I? Have we passed one? Walking through the city.
You've definitely passed inns walking
Okay.
through the city. However, you did name a specific inn. So it's less of a have you passed an inn and more of a can you find your way to one of the ones that Zash named that you hadn't necessarily heard of?
I don't know.
So roll a survival check for me to see if you can track your way there.
Okay,
Actually, first roll a history because as she listed them, let's say she did list which ward they were in. Because you specifically wanted to pick one of the further wards.
Yeah.
So if you remember which ward you're in.
History 19.
Okay. So I will say you will remember that this particular inn was in the green ward.
Okay.
Now roll survival for me to see if you can.
Not as good. 14.
14. Yeah, you can make your way towards the green ward, the guards clanking along behind you. And as you pass by one alleyway, you do notice a quick sign pointing towards the if it can come up. Towards the Leaf and Vine, which is both an apothecary and an inn, strangely enough. But you do see a small advertisement on one of the walls, just paper stuck on a cobblestone wall pointing that direction, and you're able to sort of follow your way through the streets and wander. And eventually you come to the grand green double doors of the Leaf and Vine Apothecary and Inn.
Before stepping in, I will turn to the guard. Thank you for the escort. It's a crazy place these days. And I'll give like a half-hearted little chuckle.
Yeah, we'll see you in. Don't worry.
Oh, no, I promise that's okay. I don't think anything crazy is going to happen in the end.
Maybe not, but Harris is going to be on our ass if we don't follow through. So,
well, I'm going to open the door.
She's going to open the door after you.
Yeah. As I'm stepping in, I'm going to go, yeah, what's his deal? Stick up.
Well, you see, it's 3 a.m, and he's trying to track down a suspicious group.
I guess that's fair, but
none of us really like being on night shift. It's not so fun.
Yeah, I can't imagine not being able to see people, interact with people, even see this most of the time. Imagine it takes a toll on you.
Yeah, it does. But I imagine you're tired, being up till 3 a.m.
Of course, yeah. I mean, I wasn't up till 3 a.m. I woke up, went to calisthenics.
Right. Yes. Sorry.
Yeah.
Calisthenics.
Yeah, you should try it. Like, I don't mean this in a bad way. You should really try it. It helps flowing. It just helps you like wake up in the morning. It's great for if you've got a long shift, a long travel, or just helps get you moving in the morning, which is really nice.
Yeah, well, fortunately, I don't really have to wake up in the morning. Been up for hours.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I guess before your shift, which would be at night. I don't know when you get up for your shift, but whenever you get up like an hour just kind of get moving.
Are your friends staying here too? We'd love to talk with them, get their contact information, maybe see if any of them saw anything. I know you said you didn't, but
I think
gotta
most of
cover
them
all
are
our
asleep.
bases.
Most of them are asleep by now. Getting ready.
I thought you said they got up early.
We can. They're getting ready for the day. I think we can. I'll talk to them. We can stop by in the morning once the guard shack opens up and everything, and talk to Captain Vike.
Well, like I said, it's the night shift. We can wait down here. You can go grab them.
Okay, yeah. Let me get my room keys. I left it behind the desk. I don't like to carry it on me, like you said. There's
Of course.
so if
After you.
if something happens, yeah. And I will walk over to the desk. I'm going to try and stealthily put however much money the room cost at the other inn in gold down on the table and slide it over to the innkeeper and say, my room key, please.
Yeah. I think it was 1 gold for 2 rooms. I will say, make a sleight of hand for me to see if you can hide this. They aren't walking up to the desk with you. They're just they've positioned themselves on either sides of the door, and they've crossed their arms.
I don't necessarily want them to see me pay for it. I just want to make sure.
Right, just to see if you can cover the coin.
Okay. That's not bad. 12? Yeah.
I would say it's not going to be too hard. You're able to slide it across. But the proprietor, who's just sort of snorted awake and looks and just goes, yeah, yeah, what, remind me what number you were?
Can I see the key hooks to see if there are any rooms taken?
Yes. There are a couple rooms taken. Most of them are pretty free.
Okay, can I tell which one is free? I'm gonna just pick one I'm gonna pick a room number that's free that I can see.
Yeah, throw out a room number. And
2.
2?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's gonna go, yeah, just, room service was extra expensive this morning. Another gold. And he's gonna look at the guards behind you.
I'll put down, so how much was it for the room?
It was gonna be, you would have put down 5 silver for the room.
Okay, I'll just put down 2 gold and slide it over to him.
Yeah. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you. And I will head up to the room.
Yeah, you can head up to the room. As you can nod at them and they just sort of nod back and they're waiting. You can head up to the room. You open it and the room itself seems to be a decadent, green drapings, golden bedspread. It's you kind of paid for the penthouse suite at this inn, because room number 2, and you're able to close the door behind you and just take a breath. There's a window with a balcony looking out into the greenhouse on the other side.
Guys, how stupid do I want to be? I'm getting a lot of no's.
I know exactly what you're thinking. Don't.
Okay, don't worry. The dice are in your favor. It was odds for stupid, evens for not stupid. Okay, I'm gonna take a minute, kind of get my bearings, and as I sit there, I'm gonna put my hands in my pockets and run my fingers over something that I've had for a while. I'm gonna head out the door, back downstairs, up to the guards, and go, okay. So, I haven't necessarily been fully honest with you guys.
No shit.
So,
Are your friends coming?
they are not here, but I also, and I'm going to pull out a signet ring that I have that has the symbol of the, let me make sure I have it right. A symbol of the Textile Merchant Guild. And I'm going to hold it up to them. You see, I'm here on official guild business. We have heard rumors of attacks throughout the city, and I have been sent to investigate. So, those people that you saw with me, we were down, and I can show you where, on the riverbanks. There was a lab being experimented, they were being experimented on. That we found down there, and that group that you saw with me, we had freed. Now, attacks, we were attacked because they were in some sort of trance state, which is the kerfuffle that you heard, but we were able to free most of them, but not all of them. So, if you would like to keep interrupting official guild business, please have at it.
You see as they exchange looks, and when you pull out the ring, one of them is just kind of like, what? The other one, the one you'd been talking to, is like, please, shit, is that a... Shit. Okay, look, if you're not lying, and if you're here on official guild business, seems like the sort of thing Captain Vike would know about.
The guilds, he should. I was not sent officially by the Textile Guild. I was sent by a friend. Trying to find the name. Alice Morhill. She's friends with Vike. She told us to come and investigate and speak with him. We haven't had the chance to speak with him yet, or at least I haven't. But we were sent by her, and we got wrapped up before we could meet with him.
You're throwing out a lot of names, a lot of big names there.
I personally haven't met Captain Vike, but speak with him, bring up the name. We can meet with him once he gets into office and explain everything we found and talk to him about it.
This laboratory, you say you rescued people from it?
Correct.
And those were the people we saw walking away?
Yes.
Take us to them. And then, if you're telling the truth, we will leave and expect you at Captain Vike's office at 10 tomorrow morning. This morning.
What will happen to them? I promise
if what you say is true, nothing. If they are victims, we'll help them.
Can I make one request?
You're not really in a place to make requests here, buddy.
I'm going to look
all the way
down.
to the Green Ward, and
I'm gonna look
Your
down at
friends aren't even here.
the signet ring that I held out. I think I am in a place to make requests. You see, the guilds hold a lot of power, and they don't like being messed with. And it's just one simple request.
See, it's funny you say that. Because your guild right now has no one in power. But make your request. We'll see what we can do.
Everything, not everything, most of the stuff that we have talked about tonight does not get out of this conversation plus Vike. Okay?
You're asking me to defy the entire order chain of command.
There are people within this city who would hurt and kill for that information to find these people. Do you understand? This isn't some freak accident, one-off thing. I know there have been at least 2 other attacks in this city. At least. And I've been present for one of them. Now, do you want these people to know that these victims, these witnesses that we are providing to you are alive and out there and possess information that can bring them down? Or do you want to keep their names and identities a secret so that they can testify and help you bring real criminals to justice?
Look, clearly you don't have a high opinion of us, but our justice system in Mulhessen is strong.
He's going to make a face when she says that.
We don't exactly go around blabbing witnesses' identities and locations to the entire world. We want to see that they exist. We want to see that their stories match yours. We're not going to hurt them. Not unless they give us reason to.
How truthful is she being, and how is the other guy reacting to what we have been saying?
Yeah, roll insight for me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, baby. 2.
You can't tell. They both still have their helmets on, to be fair. Yeah. So it's hard to tell. You get a sense it could be this is above my pay grade. He's making demands that I don't even have the ability to honor. Or it could be I don't believe him. Or it could be I'm going to betray him at the first chance I get. Like, I'm out for myself. You have no clue.
I will say to her, I've seen firsthand how broken justice systems can be. And I understand how your beliefs and my beliefs might differ based on our experience. I will take you for your word. But if I find out that either of you, and I'm going to look at the other guy, have broken the promise that you've made today, I will rain down with the force of the guild. But I believe you, and I want to make a difference. I want to make a dent in everything that's been going on. So if you can promise me their safety, all of their safety, I will take you to them.
I can promise you no harm will come to them from our swords. Devanai sword.
Well, a little better than that. Like the 4 of you at least that were there.
The other 2. Oh, look, Harris is in charge. I'm not the one calling the shots here. I'm like maybe his second in command, but this is not like an official position.
You should be in charge. You've got a good head on your shoulders.
Don't flatter me.
All right, I tried. All right, let's go. I'm
Lead the way. The right way this time, if you will.
Yeah, I'll head back to the thirsty worm.
All right. And at that point, we are going to jump to Treos and your merry band as you make your way towards the thirsty wormling. You were there earlier, so you do recall how to get back. It's a slow going, sort of a slow stumbling move, but eventually you are able to get the door open and usher them all in. Everyone's flagging. Even you feel your energy flagging as it's been a full day and night since you've last slept. But the barmaid looks over. You're back, and with friends. Can I get you all something to drink? Or, I don't know, directions to a hospital?
So we can help them out in a bit. But food, drink would be nice, and we can negotiate rooms in a bit. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
How many rooms are you gonna be wanting?
Look at that. I start counting like one. Can we do like 2 to a room? Is that possible?
So 4 rooms?
Yeah.
Yeah. Standard meal,
Please. Full course, if possible.
full course. And she's gonna lean back towards the kitchen. Hey, 7, 8. Do you want something?
Yeah.
8 full courses. Bring them out. I'll get you your keys in a second.
Thank you.
Yeah. And as she walks away, you hear the muttering of like, ungodly hour of the morning, friend of people wanting rooms. But she moves away to go get your keys.
I'll kind of gather the group and see if I can get them at biggest table, couple tables, kind of get them together, make sure no one's in a worse condition when we were walking off.
Yeah, I mean, no one's in a worse condition. They're maybe a little more tired. Some of the adrenaline high has disappeared, so they're wilting a little. But you notice as Saffron is helping everyone into the seats and like making sure they all have water, going up to the pitcher on the side table to get everyone's assorted water, and eventually she just sort of sits down and just takes a big sigh. So, what now?
Well, from the looks of it, we definitely can't keep all you guys here. I have a feeling guards might be after us. Whoever did all this lab work, experimenting, is definitely going to be after us. We might need to leave town once we regain energy.
At this point, the half-orc is just gonna look up. What do you mean the guards are gonna be after us? They should be after the fuckers who threw us in the lab.
Yeah, but wasn't it a little suspicious? They were kind of just out at the bridge we just left, like immediately. They weren't just somewhere else in
Well,
town.
I don't know. Someone let Miss Boss Lady go, but
You said what?
look, I just ignore me. Just get some food and meat, and I'll stop talking.
No. Do you think you could have stopped her?
Fucking yeah.
How? Now I'm just staring down.
Tackled her to the ground. I don't know. Whacked her over the head with one of those fancy scalpel things she carved the rest of us up with.
I'll make sure Ryse knows when he gets back. He might be able to take a note or two from you.
Yeah.
But, well, right now, you guys just need to get as much rest you can, eat up. There is one town we came from, and I'm talking about the one with Father Jezere back at the church. Is a bit far away, but that's one where you guys will be welcome, I'm sure.
At this point, the tiefling's gonna look up. But what about the others? And they all look around, and Saffron is like, oh. Yeah, there's... I don't know, there were dozens of us in there. When you guys rescued us, you said it was only us?
Yeah, there was only you guys. We did run into a few that had caught us off guard at a party with some other important figures, but definitely not way more than what you're talking about.
No, yeah, they look when they're done with whatever experiments they want on us, they would send us out to do things, like jobs and things.
Like they just
But there's
want you to run errands, pick up stuff, come back.
yeah, sure, grab groceries. No, they wanted us to. Well, I don't fully remember a lot of it, to be honest, but it was. They sent us all over, and there's dozens of us out, unless they were just killing us all, but something tells me there's more out there.
Well, kind of tough position. We kind of just stumbled upon you guys. If we knew any more locations, we could have.
No, yeah, you've done enough. This is not.
No, it's a big thing, but we just definitely weren't expecting to run into all this.
And we won't figure out anything tonight.
Right.
I guess I just wanted to. Well. Yeah.
I understand. All we can offer right now is our best options. We can rest for a bit. You can head with us to the gates, or if you knew another town or somewhere else, you can head out from there. Just be mindful of who you'll see out there.
Your friend mentioned that he maybe had some experience with this group, and that there was another one of us that you'd rescued previously.
Yeah, it was a tabaxi, Zash, I believe.
Sounds familiar. I mean,
Black
we didn't really
tabaxi?
get much to talking, but there was a black tabaxi in there.
Yeah, she was the first few that we stumbled upon. That was all kind of like you guys, feral, attacking anything they saw. We were able to help them out and make sure that the guards didn't get them either.
Well, I'm glad you were able to help her. And at this point, a bunch of the meals come out and they're distributed. The barmaid comes over with the 4 room keys and slides them over to you. Look, I'm gonna go back to the bar, but if you need anything, just give a shout. Kitchen's gonna close in like 20 minutes. So food's done, but
That'd be good.
can I get you anything?
Drinks?
Anyone? Y'all look like you could use them. And at this point, a couple of them are just gonna like nod, raise their hands, just order various different ales or other such things. But
I just kind of say I got them covered what they need.
Heavy spender. Yeah, I'll have your drinks right over in a bit. And she ambles back off. At this point, as the conversation quiets down and you all just focus on your food, on your exhaustion, we are going to switch back to where Felix, you are just finishing up your ritual down below.
And as that happens, spawns in Kai, how close are you? Or can you, I guess you can't really see, or are you looking beyond the...
I'm probably just like asleep against the wall, like right outside the door.
Okay. Wait, so the door, I would open the door in?
Yeah, like we open the door and hit you with the door.
Cool. So I'm going to open the door that you were leaning up against very excitedly and pull it open as fast as I can.
Kai, you are jolted awake as a door slams into your side.
So I have someone I want you to meet.
Okay.
Okay.
Can this? We need to move, Felix. We need to get out of here. Oh, what is this?
You see me holding up a tabby cat, but it's got wings.
Is this Elliot?
No, this is a different one.
What's this one's name?
Clove.
Nice to meet you, Clove. Felix, we got to get out of here.
Right. So I wrote this letter. I'm just going to give it to
Felix?
Clove. Clove, can you deliver this to Sylvie like we talked about? Okay, thanks. Bye.
Okay, Felix, we got to go. We got to move now.
Okay. And he'll start moving as she'll fly out into the night.
Yeah, you can find your way back towards the entrance up the spiral stairs. Clove is flapping along next to you, and as you step out into the air, Clove takes off in a gust of wings as she soars off into the night. You two step out, and you hear voices up on the riverbank above you.
Do we recognize them?
You do not. You can take a quick peek without them seeing, and you do see 3 city guard there talking quietly.
Okay. I'm gonna sit there for a second. Is there a way to like walk out without them being able to see?
It's a pretty steep riverbank. You can try and stay in the shadows of the river and like follow the bank along for a while before getting back up onto the road. It will take a stealth check, but it's not impossible.
I'll tap you on the shoulder. I've got an idea.
What's your idea, Felix?
Just follow my lead.
Felix, I really want to trust you. I just think we need to talk a little bit before we decide what to do. Tell me what you want to do.
Well, I was just sneaking out here, and then I'm in trouble, right?
Are you going to? I mean, yeah, I guess.
Ready?
No, Felix, no. Okay, hang on. We don't want to be tied back to here at all, okay? We're going to sneak around and try and make it to where they can't see us. We're going to follow down the river a little bit and get out of the riverbank a little bit later.
What if I make a splash on the other side of the river?
To distract them?
Yeah.
It's a great idea. Let's do that.
Okay, there's going to be a big sound of a splash of like a big rock hitting the water on the other side as I cast Minor Illusion.
Okay, yeah. As the guards stop talking and all 3 of them turn in that direction. Yeah, and all 3 of them start moving towards that side of the river.
All right.
I'll follow you over to the next bridge, I guess.
Yeah, we'll try and stealth out, get out a little bit further, and then get up
I would
the
say
riverbank.
roll stealth with advantage because they're now moving away distracted.
Both of us?
22.
22?
I just rolled. So the first one was a natural 20. And I was like, let me see what the other one would have been just for fun. It was a natural 20.
That's crazy. I rolled a 17 and a natural 20.
Okay, wait. Roll again, Kai, just to see if you get a third nat 20.
Okay.
If you roll 10 nat 20s in a row, the campaign ends. We win.
Yeah. It's a total of a 21, I want to let you know, by the way. That's a natural 9.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, damn. The nat 20s. Yeah, you are able to almost perfectly like slither your way along the riverbank and then scramble up to the road. One bridge down, so you're officially out of viewing distance of these guards. And as you make your way, I imagine back to the Thirsty Wormling.
Sounds good.
I realized I don't actually know where the Thirsty Wormling is because I just know that I know that Ryse was taking him there.
You were there.
Or
We've all been there.
You all met up at the Thirsty
all been
Wormling
there?
before coming to the
That's right.
laboratory.
That's right. Then we will go to the Thirsty Wormling.
Yeah, and either way, Felix would also be able to help, knowing the city well. But you are able to make your way, and as you wander through the streets of Mulhessen in the direction of this reunion with not only your party, but your new friends, that is where we are going to leave it off for today.